guys, my name is Rich, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at one of the NPCs you can get for your Cathedral Ward called the Suspicious Beggar. Now, you're asking yourself, why would I want a Suspicious Beggar in my Cathedral Ward? Well, chances are you're not. He's kind of a dick. We'll find him a little bit later in this video, but right now we're in the Forbidden Woods getting creamed by a super strong werewolf with a giant two-handed rake by a cannon. It's kind of weird, but it's part of the game. So he almost kills me a couple times here. But this is the area you want to be in. It's a little bit further into the woods. It's after you kind of go through that lake with the I don't know what they are, the puddle walker thingies. There's a bunch of Molotov cocktails being thrown at you. There was a snatcher hiding behind a building. So you're gonna end up around here. This is also the building where you're gonna meet your first snake head thing. These are also very strong enemies. You're gonna find a bunch of them in the next area. They take a lot of damage and they deal a lot of damage if they get a hold of you. They killed me a few times in the next area. It's kind of pissed me off really badly, but you know, whatever. So I just sped this part up here. It's kind of just me exploring a little bit. And I'm gonna end up finding. This is that was the area that led to the next area of the Forbidden Woods, which was the snake area. So here I go back in, and I end up finding this door. So you're gonna continue to search around like, you know, nothing's wrong. You're gonna drop down here. There's gonna be another one of the really strong werewolves. You need to be a little bit careful of the platform because there are holes like that. It's not huge. If you end up, you know, doing a dodge back one or two times, you might end up hitting one of the unrailed sections and kill yourself. So just try to deal with him. He's tough. Again, they do hit hard, but he does have a vulnerable spot after he does the one or two sweat move. He will be a little vulnerable for a few seconds, and you'll have time to get 2 or 3 hits in. I forget what his stagger point for visceral attack is. I think it's either the jump or it was one of the before he started his flurry attack. There's nothing really up here. Actually, I don't think there's anything in this immediate area. There will be a couple things when you go up here into the clockwork or the cog and chapel tourney thingies. I know they're cogs, but I don't know what the purpose of this whole thing is. Maybe it was a giant windmill. I wasn't really paying attention. So there was one treasure underneath that you can drop down and get, which I actually got in another part. I did not record it, but there was that. So what you're going to do, this is where you're going to find the Suspicious Beggar. There's going to be some treasure out there, or loot. I ended up getting it later. So all you do is you talk to him. He's going to have these 3 bodies, these 3 dead bodies. He's going to be covered in blood, shirtless, kind of just asking about the church, ask if there's anywhere safe to stay.
Thank the stars, you're fairly normal.
You can either refuse information or you can tell him about the chapel. I don't know what happens if you refuse. I do know that he will accept your invitation and says that he will go to the chapel when he can. My problem was, you know, if you have any sense of common sense, you're going to have an idea that this guy's probably a piece of shit. So I ended up looking up NPCs that you can send to the church, and I kind of read up on him a little bit, and it turns out that he is a giant abomination in disguise. So all you have to do is hit him a few times, and he'll change. I ended the video after this because I was just going to put up a video of how to find this guy, and then after I found out that he was a giant monster, I went back and fought him, and he ended up killing me. He's actually very strong. He hits very, very hard. But the poison daggers that we found before come in handy. He will take only 1 poison dagger to be poisoned, and it takes about 1/3 of his health away. So to cheese him, to properly cheese this boss, pull him all the way to the doorway that you came through, and make sure you try to pull him to the edge. You can throw multiple knives, but it won't do anything. It'll take off a third of the health just with one thrown poison dagger. I try to get a little brave and take a couple swipes at him, but he hits me pretty well. Even as I'm backed up here, you're gonna see that he has not an AoE, he has a ranged attack that will take away a good, 1/3 to a half of your health. I think he catches me here. Yep. So he catches me there and kind of ruins me. I get nervous, pops the blood vials. But you don't really need to do too much to beat him. Just keep throwing the poison daggers at him. If you want to be brave, if you want to take the chance, try to go hit him, but you really don't need to. It's not gonna change anything. He's gonna die just as quick with, well, he's just gonna die, period. Just keep throwing the daggers at him. You'll see that the ticking stops, and that's your cue to throw another one. I think I ended up throwing some Molotovs at the end, and kind of just to finish it a little bit quicker, but he will keep throwing that ranged attack down the tunnel. As you see, I just got hit again, and it will hurt. I ended up using, 5, 6, maybe even 7. Yep, see, he hits me again, especially when you least expect it. Almost killed me there. He actually knocked me all the way back to the beginning of that little tunnel. But if you send him to the chapel and you don't attack him, he will slowly kill all of the survivors that you sent there already. I suggest fighting him up here. It's a little bit easier. You can cheese him. But that's it. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it.